What's up, guys? So today we're going to be installing the Invidia R400. This is going to be one of the first parts that we install for the Loud AF 500 series. Reason for that is this isn't going to require any change to the tune I currently have on the car. Currently, the car has the STP exhaust or the optional STI exhaust. The reason why I'm switching out to this is because it is a full 3-inch catback exhaust. And from what I've heard, the stock exhaust or the STP exhaust kind of tees off in the back and then splits into the wide pipe to the mufflers. So that's a big restriction. Might not matter so much with the external wastegates now, but I went ahead and picked this up. I always had my eye on it ever since it came out, and I think it's going to be a really good sound for an exhaust. Listen to a few sound clips, so yeah, we're going to get this into the car today, and since it doesn't require a tune, we'll be able to take it out, drive it out, and see some of the differences between the noises. The only issue with today is, it's about 30 degrees, so it's a little cold in the garage. About 3-4 days after we got all the gaskets and everything stapled right to the lid. You don't have to go hunt for them. All the hardware in here. Nah. Alright, so here's a comparison. You can see the Subaru exhaust steps down quite a bit versus the Invidia. Side by side. So yeah, this is definitely a lot bigger all the way throughout. It'll be exciting to see what this sounds like in person. It's always different in video. Everybody shoots with different microphones, just different setups altogether. So you never really know until you get it home and you get it on your car, hear it for yourself, or you just hear it in person. I'm gonna swap out my gloves before putting on the new Invidia exhaust. Cut down on all that oil burn-in after this thing goes on the car and gets hot. I still need to wipe that down since I grabbed it when it was all oily. My hands are all oily. I want those fingerprints to burn in. So just a little pro tip or quick tip, whatever. I'm going to go ahead and use some anti-seize on all the bolts that I put on with the exhaust. I usually put that on wherever I can. It was on the stock exhaust, and those bolts were pretty easy to break free. Even though they're all rusted up and everything, they still had anti-seize on them, and they came off pretty good. So I'm going to continue with doing that. Alright, just before we drop the car down, I gotta say, I'm really impressed with the fitment of this Invidia Gemini R400 exhaust, because I really didn't have to mess with the muffler tips too much to get them to look good in there. So I was really happy about that and pleasantly surprised. They got a good amount of stagger to them. They look really good. They're pretty flush with the bumper. So, but yeah, the fitment for the tips, it's really good. Didn't have to mess with either side as far as them being uneven. Pretty much just started at the front of the car, tightening up the exhaust, and then worked my way back. Made sure everything was hanging happily, and really just tightened it up, so it didn't need too much adjustment at all.
Impressive.
We'll get the inaugural startup for you guys. It always sounds different after it breaks in some, but yeah, let's just definitely see how it sounds and get some first impressions as far as going from the STI exhaust to completely 3-inch all the way back exhaust. But I definitely think that the tone's going to change as it burns in over time and I run the car more. But the cool thing about this exhaust is, the reason for choosing this exhaust really is it's full 3-inch all the way back. Looks really good, tips are nice, and I got it from Nick Triviano over at New Provision Racing. Literally, this guy was like $817 or something like that for an exhaust. A lot of other people are selling this thing for $900, and I think that's before shipping, so it's a really good deal. Just kind of looking at it and putting it together as far as first impressions. So if you get the chance, definitely look into it if you're in the market, and definitely talk to Nick and see, you know, or at least check out his site for pricing. So let's get this bad boy started.